I think that this report is extremely flimsy. It's such a meager operation. It evades a number of cases in which the Air Force itself said there was no explanation. I'm going to introduce first Dr. McDonald for a brief statement, and Dr. Saunders, and then we'll throw it open for questions.
It began to hit me that Dr. Condon has apparently not read his own material very carefully, and that would, again, I'm afraid, be consistent with his general remoteness from what really went on in the project. I say that because when we tallied first of all, the 59 major cases numbered and identified in the report, we found that the percentage of unexplained cases with which the Condon Committee is left at the end of their scrutiny is 5 to 6 times larger than the percentage of unexplained that Project Blue Book, Air Force Project Blue Book, has been talking about for the last 10 years. They have said 1 to 2, 3%. The number has varied from year to year, Project Blue Book. Of the 59 cases, a fraction of about 1/6 are unexplained in this sample. Furthermore, in a sample of 35 that's in another part of the report, Gordon Thayer, a very competent radar propagation and optics man, has gone through 20% of those cases are unexplained. So here we have a strange situation of the Air Force going along saying for 15 or so years that the unexplained percentage is only 1 or 2%. My own view of the problem is that it ought to be about 25 or 30% when you look at the Air Force cases. But giving Dr. Condon this assignment, and he goes through the whole thing, and you do an actual tabulation, which he doesn't seem to have done, and you find his percentage of unexplained is 5 to 6 times larger than the Air Force. And yet, what is his principal recommendation? The principal recommendation that Dr. Condon has come through with is there's nothing of scientific interest that warrants further attention on the part of the federal government here in any major way. He recommends dropping the whole problem. We looked at their files. Interviewed now about 400 or 500 witnesses, have been at it a couple of years, and I am one scientist who has been forced farther and farther to the position that the extraterrestrial hypothesis, but I underscore that word hypothesis, is the most probable hypothesis. I'm ready to throw it over when I see something that categorically rules it out, but this is my position.